Just give it a few moments as everybody joins us. All right. So this employer session is with Waste Pro, and what I'd like to do is just kind of introduce to you the idea, the concept, everything that we're doing today. Introduce myself and our employer hiring manager guests, and kind of set the table for this next hour so you know what to expect, and also for you to be able to get to the next steps with Waste Pro as well. So without further ado, the purpose of this event is to highlight our employers who are hiring in Southwest Florida. We're so excited to be able to offer this virtual job fair environment, the first one of its kind for Better Together. And my name is Tristan Starbird. I'm going to be your host for this session for the next 58 minutes or so. And I am the Director of Organizational Development for Better Together. With that, we have a few partners that have enabled us to make this happen. We have CareerSource from Southwest Florida. They were amazing to help us promote this event. And they also helped us with a career prep workshop the other day, and those went very well and are also available to you as a job seeker. If you received our email leading up to today, you can access the workshop that we did with CareerSource yesterday. We also have Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. They were amazing at helping us get the word out and pumping it out to our Second Chance audience. And we're grateful for them, as well as our host church, Next Level from Southwest Florida. They were absolutely instrumental in getting us the volunteers that we needed to pull this off, and also helping us get the word out to get folks here on the call. So with that, I want to just kind of go over the session, what it's going to look like today for you, and I will share some kind of ground rules for us to cover. So the session, of course, will be introduction. I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn it over to our partners, employer partners. They are going to give you a high-level overview of Waste Pro, and then they are going to tell you, get into the details of the positions that are open for them that they're hiring for, which is awesome. And then with that, I would like to share with you just kind of some ground rules for us to cover and make sure that we are all on the same page in terms of how we're going to handle today. So I'm sharing my screen here. I'm going to lead this session, and just so you know, your microphone will be muted throughout unless we call on you. If you have a question, you can certainly ask that in the chat. And if it's something that we can have you ask directly, we will unmute you and allow you to ask our employers directly. So just keep in mind, stay present, stay attentive, be professional and polite. You guys all look amazing, and you're ready to go. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm grateful for that. If for whatever reason, behavior, audio, video is distracting, and we have to remove you from the meeting, you will not be allowed to return to this session, but you will be able to get into another future session. But we're just doing that to control the quality because we are recording these sessions so that our employers can reference these following our session today. We will go for just about the entire hour. And with that, if the content and everything starts to wind down from Waste Pro, but we still have folks coming in to join the call, we just want to make sure we're available for them so that they can hear more about what's going on from Waste Pro and what they have to offer. So with that, I want to turn it over to Miss Maria Miranda. She is the hiring manager for Waste Pro. And also we have Colleen Wallace. She's with us and she's also with Waste Pro. And you guys can utilize this hour how you'd like. But I want to turn it over to you to give kind of the overview and then get into the positions that are available. And like I said before, use the Zoom group chat function to ask your questions, and I will do my best to make sure that we get those answered. As the host, I will direct them to either Colleen or Maria as appropriate. And also, you can use the Zoom chat function to upload your resume if that is a position, if there's a position available that requires a resume, you can upload it here and we can make sure that it gets to either Maria or Colleen so that they can use that for the next steps for you. So with that, Maria, take it away.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am going to actually let Colleen lead this off. She's our regional HR manager, and she'll be speaking a little bit more about our culture and everything we offer as a company.
All right, Colleen.
Hello, everyone. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Colleen Wallace, and I am the Regional Human Resources Manager for Waste Pro on the West Coast of Florida. And what I would like to share with you today is a little bit about the history of the company and who we are as a company and why we would be a great choice for you if you have the right skills and abilities for the Waste Pro team. Waste Pro is the largest privately owned waste hauler in Florida. We are also one of the largest in the United States. The company was started about 15 years ago, and we are also one of the fastest growing companies in the US. So there's lots of opportunity at Waste Pro. We currently operate divisions in 9 states, and we continue to grow as we employ over 3,200 employees company-wide. This means that we provide ample opportunity for advancement and for transfer within the entire company. The Fort Myers division, the division that we're going to be focused on today, is also one of the largest divisions in the Waste Pro company. We employ over 230 employees, including CDL drivers, diesel technicians, helpers, customer service representatives, and various sales and administrative positions. One of the most important facts to know about Waste Pro, especially now, is that we are part of the essential critical service needs in your community. This means that we have continued to work throughout the entire pandemic, and we are always one of the first businesses to go back to work after a major weather event like a hurricane. Most importantly, we are able to provide precious stability to our employees and their families. We are currently focused on hiring diesel technicians, CDL drivers, and helpers. We have multiple shift opportunities in the vehicle maintenance department, and we are able to provide positions for various skill levels. Waste Pro is a great place to develop your skills and experience. As you may know, there is a shortage of qualified drivers in this country. To help alleviate this shortage and provide advancement opportunities, we have developed our Cohort Driver Training Program that helps interested employees obtain their CDL permit and their CDL license and become trained to become a qualified CDL driver. We offer competitive compensation packages that reward experience. This includes a wide range of benefits, starting with health insurance, dental and vision and life insurance. We also have a 401k plan with an employer match, also an unusual feature with a lot of employers now. We also offer paid time off, flexible spending accounts, and disability insurance, as well as a selection of Colonial life insurance products. Additionally, we offer a retention bonus to our drivers and our technicians. This is aimed at encouraging our new hires to remain with the company for at least 1 year. Finally, one thing that you won't see at other companies is the Waste Pro 10K and 5K bonus program. Every Waste Pro driver can earn a $10,000 bonus for 36 consecutive months of perfect performance. And our helpers can earn a $5,000 bonus as well. In the 7 years that I have been with Waste Pro, I have attended many employee bonus celebrations. And they were always very exciting and were a great incentive for all employees to work harder and safer so that they could also achieve that bonus. And that's all I have for right now. I'd like to turn it over to Maria, who's going to talk about the actual positions that we have available.
Oh, let's see. Looks like we have a chat. Welcome. Do you have any open positions that do not require a high school diploma? Yes, actually. So I'll speak about the positions and their requirements, and you'll see that the ones that we have open don't require a high school diploma. So the first one I want to start with is a diesel technician position. We are hiring for this position in Fort Myers and also in Sarasota. This is going to mainly focus on safely maintaining and repairing our fleet and all of the equipment that may need to get installed on it. We provide uniforms, work boots, a tool allowance. There's an annual safety bonus. We help with ASE certification support, and there's increases as you get more certification. The pay does vary depending on your experience and what certifications you may have already. But just to give you a range, it could be anywhere from $14 an hour to $30 an hour based on your experience. And we also offer a $2,000 retention bonus for this position. That's paid over the course of your first year. And so that's to help you stay with the company. And yeah, did anyone have any questions regarding the diesel technician position? No. Okay.
Yeah, you can use the chat function to ask your question. And if you would like to speak and ask a question directly, we will unmute your mic and allow you to do so. Just let me know in the chat if you'd like to ask a question.
Now, sometimes we get a lot of applicants or people that are interested that have automotive technician experience, not necessarily diesel experience. And you are welcome to apply because we do have different levels of technicians. So you could always, you will get an assessment and see kind of like where you're at. And if we think you're qualified, we could always hire you as at the starting level, and then help train you and get you ready to become like a level B or level A technician. So you could start at a certain level and learn and work your way up. So the other position that we have in maintenance is a maintenance shift supervisor. This person would be supervising a team of about 15 technicians or so, normally the afternoon or the overnight shift. That's when most of the work gets done on our fleet, when the trucks are off the road, of course. They will help plan and schedule all the daily work for the technicians. They will be inspecting and confirming that the repairs are completed. They will be coaching and mentoring technicians with any questions, helping, with the parts, everything like that. And this position, the salary range also varies depending on experience, but to give you a range, it would be anywhere from $45,000 to $55,000 a year. And all of our positions, the two that I mentioned and the other two that I'm going to talk about, all of our positions are full-time, 5 days a week. Okay, so we don't have any part-time positions. So with that, full-time, after 90 days of employment, you will qualify for all the benefits that Colleen talked about earlier, the medical insurance, vision, dental, all of that. The only one benefit that starts after 1 year of employment would be the 401k. but everything else you would be eligible after the 90 days. Okay, looks like we have a chat here. Let's see. Oh, yes, a list. Thank you, Tristan, for sending that. Okay, let's talk about our CDL drivers. So we're hiring for CDL drivers in Fort Myers and Sarasota. The requirement for this is you need a CDL Class A or a CDL Class B. This position will be in charge of servicing the solid waste or recycling customers all across Southwest Florida. The hours are they vary depending on the route, but just to give you an idea, they will start anywhere from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning is when our drivers start, because they need to get out there early and start their day. We do offer a retention bonus for this position as well of $1,500, and it's paid in installments of $375 over the first year, every 3 months from date of hire. We also offer uniforms and PPE, and the drivers qualify or are eligible to participate in the $10,000 safety award that Colleen mentioned earlier. And so that's really to encourage our drivers to stay safe and to, do a good job. And I've been with the company almost 2 years, and I've seen a number of our employees get that award. And it's always very, very rewarding to see them and to see how happy they get and how life-changing that could be for them and for their families. And for all of our positions, you can go and apply at wasteprousa.com/careers. Someone had just asked that. And you can apply, and once you apply there, you under the referral, like where you were referred, you could put virtual job fair or job fair better together. That way we know that you came from attending this virtual job fair, and then we can look at it. And if you, let me write my email in the chat after, because sometimes the application could be incomplete. And if it's incomplete, we're not able to see it. So I'll give you all my email. That way, if you apply, you could send me an email, and then we can check to make sure that your application went through, so it doesn't get like lost in the system. And the last position I'm going to talk about is our helper position. The helper is in charge of picking up the solid waste, yard waste, or recycled material. They are normally in the back of the truck, putting all the items in the hopper. They need to be physically able to pull or push 50 pounds between 800 and 1,000 times daily. The work hours are normally between 8 to 12 hours a day, and they need to be able to work in extreme weather, meaning heat, rain. Well, down here in Florida, we don't have snow, but up north, they would have to. And they are also eligible to participate in a $5,000 award that Colleen mentioned earlier. So same thing, I've seen several of our helpers get that award, and it's always a good celebration. So for all of our positions, just go to wasteprousa.com/careers. Let's see in the chat. I don't know, did anybody have any other questions regarding the positions? Any specific questions about that?
So we've got a question from Andrew.
Oh,
How do you apply for the technician assessment?
So you would have to apply first for the position, and then during the interview, that's when it would be determined for you to get an assessment or not.
Excellent. And what is the pay scale for the helper position?
So the helper starts at $118 per day. If they do have experience in the waste industry, that could change. That could be more, but that's the starting rate. And The starting rate for drivers is $153 per day. And again, that could change based on experience.
Excellent. And Josh, do you have a question you'd like to ask? Let me unmute you here. There we go.
I was just going to ask if we could upload a resume from that website.
Yeah,
On,
so
on our webpage?
the
Yes.
easiest way is to do it right through the chat, because I can get that to them directly right now during the call. Or Maria, do you have another option that would work for the resume?
Once you go to our website and apply there, you can upload the resume there.
Okay.
And
Very
you
good.
can also access our application on your mobile. So if you don't have a computer at home and you're using your cell phone, our application is mobile friendly. So you can complete that on your cell phone.
Excellent. All right, does anyone else have any questions for Maria or Colleen? All right, very good. We have a guest, Luis, that would like to ask a question. Due to a speech impediment, he's got to use a different technology to do that. So, Luis, I'm going to unmute you and allow you to ask that question. All right?
Hello, my name is Louis. I have a speech impediment due to my physical disability. Therefore, I use a computer to speak. Please wait and be patient while I type. I am seeking an on-site or remote clerical position. I am a bilingual with several years of administrative experience. In brief, I am seeking to further utilize my skills and acquire new abilities in order to help companies grow and promote their goals and vision.
As Luis is typing his question here, if anyone else has questions and would like to be part of the discussion, just put it in the chat, let me know, and we will allow you to be able to do that so you can interact with Maria and Colleen as we move along.
So I would like to know if there are any possible remote position available.
Colleen, can you answer that?
Yes, I would like to answer that. We have in the past not engaged in utilizing remote work positions, but we've also learned quite a lot over the last 45 days with our pandemic situation, and many of our administrative employees are currently working from home, myself included. So I do think that we're going to see more of that within the company. While we have nothing posted right now, I would certainly encourage Louis to pay attention to our website, to check on it frequently. Things change, and they change rapidly in our business. And we would definitely be posting those opportunities when they open up. So my best advice is to keep checking back with us and see if things are opening up. And we would certainly welcome his application when they do.
Great, thank you, Colleen. We've got a question from Victor in Fort Myers. How do I apply for this position? What is it and how much do you pay? So Victor, let's see if we can find you here. I'm going to unmute you and you can ask directly about which position that you would like more information on. Go ahead.
Good morning. I'm just wondering exactly what is it? It says waste. Is it waste management, or exactly what kind of position it is that you guys are hiring for, and how do I apply for it, and how much you guys pay for it?
Yep.
Colleen, you want to answer?
Sure.
Maybe a brief review.
We are currently, yes, currently we are seeking to hire diesel technicians. We are also seeking to hire CDL drivers as well as waste helpers. The diesel technician positions, there's more than one, and it depends on skill level, and it can start in the high teens and go all the way up to $30 an hour, depending upon the skill level of the individual. The residential driver position starts at $153 a day. And once again, if there's prior experience in the waste business, that number can go up depending on the years of experience. And we look at those on a case-by-case basis. The waste helper, the person who works at the back of the truck, loading the waste into the truck, that position starts at $118 a day. And once again, experience counts. If the individual has prior experience in the waste business, we would be looking at that on a case-by-case basis, and possibly that position could pay a little bit more. But those are the basics.
Excellent. Appreciate that. And as we go through, both for you, Maria and Colleen, we do have some folks that are joining in and out as they are going from different employer session to here. So could you maybe do a brief synopsis of each role, the culture of Waste Pro, and what the next steps would be for job seekers who are here on the call, so they can take advantage of this time?
Sure. Let's see, diesel technicians. Once again, we are looking for individuals who have prior training in diesel repair, as well as hydraulics and electrical systems on trucks. And also we would entertain anybody with automotive repair experience. Because we employ individuals at various skill levels. We have a level C, B, and A, and definitely the more skilled you are, if you have ASE certifications, you would qualify for the more challenging positions. The CDL driver position generally starts as a residential driver, driving residential routes. Anybody with waste experience could possibly qualify for a roll-off driver position or a front-load driver position, or an automated residential vehicle position. Those positions start at a higher rate, but it really is, once again, dependent upon prior experience. The great thing for both of those positions is there's opportunity for advancement. We do cross-train. We do give our employees the ability, if they are interested, to learn new skills and to apply for and be promoted into other positions. So there's quite a bit of opportunity there. The helper position, those individuals start, as I said, on the back of the truck. They pick up trash, recyclables, bulk materials, horticulture, while out on the residential route. It's a very labor-intensive position. Lots and lots of outdoor work and lots of, weather conditions, mostly very hot. But, it is a very challenging position, but one of the really good things about it is for individuals in the helper role who would like to get their CDL license, we will help them with that. We have a program called the Cohort Driver Training Program, and we help them get their permit. We help them get their training and get their CDL license. We've had several employees go through that process, not just in Fort Myers and Sarasota, but in other Waste Pro divisions. And it's a great way to advance yourself in life and learn new skills. So we're always anxious for individuals who are interested in learning more and doing more. The company culture, the Waste Pro, our slogan is, we are the distinguishable difference. And what that means is, there's a lot of waste companies out there, and some of them are huge, they're global. Waste Pro focuses on, even though we are in 9 states, we very much work to make sure that each of our divisions is a reflection of the culture and the makeup of that area in which the division is located. And that's what makes us distinguishable. We're not a cookie cutter business. We pay attention to the needs of the community, and we hire individuals that want to be participating members of that community and want to be productive within the community. Did I answer the question?
Yes, very nice. Thank you for that. And also, if you could touch on the specific locations in Southwest Florida for our audience that is hiring, and about how many open positions are available, so they can get an idea of kind of what are their odds, and then also just giving the very clear next steps. And I'll probably ask you to do this another 2 or 3 times before the end of this call, just to make sure we're able to get everyone as they're coming on.
Okay. Maria, would you like to go ahead?
Sorry, had to unmute myself. Yes. So our Fort Myers division is located in Fort Myers. We're right off Daniels Parkway, near the JetBlue Park. And we service City of Cape Coral, parts of City of Fort Myers, all the way to South Fort Myers. And so that's our biggest division here. And we're looking for several drivers, several helpers. I don't know an exact number, but at least 4 or 5 of each. The same with technicians, maybe 3 to 4 technicians, and the supervisor role is just 1 opening. We are also in Sarasota. That office is a little farther from here, but we do have an office there. We also have a location in Clearwater. We have one in Newport Richey, which is Pasco County, and Citrus County as well, and Fanning Springs. So that's a little further up in Florida. We do have divisions on the east coast of Florida, but I wouldn't be sure of what openings they have. I know someone asked in the chat if we had any openings in the city of Homestead. And I know we don't operate in the city of Homestead. However, we do have divisions in the east coast of Florida. So any of you are welcome to go online at wasteprousa.com/careers, and you can search the positions by location. So if you're or have family or anything in the East Coast and you're interested to see if we have openings there, you could search that way. Okay. Let's see, I think we have a chat here.
Yep, they just need to know if there's an office in Bonita or the Naples area.
We do not have an office in Bonita or in Naples.
What would be the closest geographically to that area?
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, yep. Very good.
We do have, but we do have several employees who live in the Naples area and commute to Fort Myers, and actually I can think of one individual off the top of my head who has done that for about 8 years now, and so it is feasible to live in that area and travel to Fort Myers.
That is true. Most of our employees live in Cape Coral, so depending on like what part of Bonita or Naples you're at, it's probably a similar commute because we are right off the interstate. So 30 minutes or so probably.
Excellent. And what are some of the remote positions that have been available at Waste Pro in the past? Have there been any to speak of, or is that kind of a new function? I know that there aren't any openings right now, but were there, we had a question from Lewis about previous remote positions available.
Most of our IT people around the US. So they're not all required to be physically located in an office to, in a division office to be able to help. So, so a lot of our IT people are working from remote locations currently and have in the past. I do think as a company, we are going to see more of that type of position open up as we've learned that it is possible to work in an administrative field on a computer from a home office and be effective and productive. And I think there's going to be more discussion about that within the company.
Excellent. Yeah, this COVID-19 coronavirus has certainly changed how we're viewing business and conducting things from our remote offices. As you can see, I'm at my house and we're doing this, and I'm actually up in Maine, so not anywhere near Southwest Florida, but I will be soon. I'll be moving down there shortly. I really appreciate you being on the call, everyone, and thank you, Colleen and Maria, for going over the positions. Could you help our job seekers differentiate themselves as they apply, as they go through the process with you? If they were to email you, what would help bubble them up to the top for you to be able to get to the next steps with them? We've had some great discussion in the chat today. We've even had a resume being uploaded and sent to you, Maria. So with that, what are some tips? What are some tricks that might work to get these folks directly to the next step?
One of the most important things I would suggest for anybody who's going to apply, especially when you're doing an online application, is to provide complete information about your experience, to be as detailed as you can be. I have seen in the past in reviewing people's applications where blanks have been left because it's not a mandatory field, where knowing that information would have been helpful for us to determine whether or not that person was a match. So I think just, take a little extra time, fill in all those blanks, give us the information that we need. I'm a firm believer that the best indicator of whether or not someone is qualified for a job is whether or not, is what they've done in the past. It doesn't have to be identical experience, but it needs to be relevant experience. And the more information we know about that, the easier it is to go, oh, that's someone we need to talk to. That's a person, that we can train. That's a person that we can work with. So that's what we're really looking for. The less information on that application, the more difficult it is to determine whether or not that person is someone who could be a great fit for the company.
Excellent. We really appreciate that. What would you say to some of our guest job seekers, even who might not be on this call but will watch this recording later, if they have kind of a decorated past, maybe a conviction, served time, is there opportunities for those that need a second chance at Waste Pro? And how would they go about kind of maneuvering that with you?
We are a second chance employer. We have been engaged in a partnership with the Florida Department of Corrections to assist individuals who are coming out of the system, who have learned certain skills or maybe have had experience in the past. And that's throughout the state of Florida. So we believe that everybody should have an opportunity to become a productive member of society. Many of our current employees maybe made some mistakes in their youth that they don't want to be judged by and don't deserve to be judged by for the remainder of their lives. And they've become wonderful, productive employees who, we count on every day to do a fantastic job. So yes, we do a background check. We do a background check for all of the applicants that we make a job offer to. But, you know, we are willing to look at each of those individuals on a case-by-case basis and measure whether or not they could be a good fit for the company. So I would tell anybody who's concerned about that, don't let that stop you from filling out that application.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for that. Andrew, would you like to ask a question to our employer today? It's not letting me unmute you for some reason. I can't tell what's going on. If you could maybe tap and chat that question into the chat feature, we can ask it for you. All right, well, we figured that out for Andrew. I would like to introduce to you one of our facilitators on the call today, Neil Vols. He is representing the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition, and just wanted to give him an opportunity to share what they do, what they offer for our Second Chance audience here on the call today. Go ahead,
Kristen,
Neil.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank everybody who helped put this together, all the employers, the church volunteers and leaders, and just, man, I've been in this spot before. I'm somebody with the past felony conviction. I work with an organization. We're all led by people with past convictions. We work in the community. We have 20 chapters all across the state of Florida. And we just believe in second chances, and I know in my personal experience, when I got that first job, when I moved down here to Southwest Florida, it was a cool kind of walking through the door kind of moment, because I know that walk requires a lot of steps. So, you know, our organization just, you know, we advocate and we try and change policies, but really we're about people. We're responsible for putting Amendment 4 on the ballot. If you live in Florida, you're probably familiar with that. That restored the right to vote for people with past convictions. And we work with local officials to try and make policies that help folks with past convictions. But at the end of the day, this is the people business, and we've got great employers who are taking part in this, who get that this, you know, good companies need great people to work for them, and just because you made a mistake doesn't mean that that reflects anything on you as a person. Just we all make mistakes, and so I'm really grateful for the partnership with Better Together, for all these great employers, and to anybody who's on the call right now. I just want to give you some encouragement. Every walk is different. I was frustrated for a long time being told no, 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 but that made that yes a whole lot better. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of encouragement, and grateful for the partnership.
Awesome. Thank you, Neil. I also want to introduce to you our facilitator, my backup for this call, Miss Cindy Fisher. She's been on a ton of trainings in preparation for this. And Cindy, just want to say thank you. And if you'd like to say anything to our job seekers, you are free to do so.
Well, I just want to encourage you all. Everybody I've had a chance to meet has done such a wonderful job, and it's just a pleasure to meet you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. And as we wrap up here, we've got just a few more minutes. One more overview, just to make sure we know what we're doing, what the next steps are as we're job seekers for you, Colleen and Maria. If you could share that responsibility and hit us one more time with the very clear next steps, the positions that you have available, and how to go about doing that and bubbling up to the top so that our job seekers can maximize their time today. Hopefully they will go and do all of this instruction that you're giving today so that we can get those positions filled for you as soon as possible for Waste Pro to get you guys running back at full speed.
Okay. So we are currently recruiting for diesel technicians, residential drivers, CDL drivers, and residential helpers. The best way to apply is to go to wasteprousa.com/careers. You can search by your community name and look for the listing of the positions that are available, because as you travel northward on the west coast of Florida, the positions do change a little bit, but our focus definitely is on drivers, helpers, and technicians. When you do apply, if you would email Maria Miranda, and her email is mmiranda, that's MIRANDA, at wasteprousa.com, and just shoot her a quick email with your name and say, hey, I applied for this position, and that way she can verify that your application has gone through and that it will hit the email of the email box of the hiring managers so that they have an opportunity to look at it right away.
Excellent. And we have Janet from CareerSource with us as one of our partners for this event as well. Just wanted to say thank you to Janet, and I'm going to unmute you so you can just say a few words for those for our job seekers who need some resources from CareerSource.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, Tristan. I am absolutely excited about this new platform and to see so many participants and employers being part of this amazing virtual job fair. CareerSource Southwest Florida is partnering with Better Together, and going forward, we're hoping to have more of these kind of virtual job fairs, because this is kind of like the first step, trying something new in the new environment that we're in. So please, if I can encourage all those looking for jobs and also the employers, and we will continue to partner with Better Together to check out our website, because this is going to be one of the new norms. And so we're excited to be able to continue to offer this type of virtual job fair for our community, for everyone, so we can connect the two together. So visit our website, careersourceflorida.com, for more information and all the services we can help you with.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And Janet, if you wouldn't mind just chatting that website resource available for everyone in the chat so they can go there right now if they need to. That would be amazing. We had Glenn Sullivan from CareerSource yesterday give a prep workshop that is available to you as a job seeker. If you were able to open your email from us yesterday afternoon and this morning, we did include that workshop in the email. But we are also going to be posting that on our website and Facebook page so that you can access that. We had a tremendous time. We had Glenn Sullivan and Dave Robertson. They were just a dynamic duo, giving tips and tricks for interview skills and what would separate you as a job seeker from others. So definitely take advantage of that opportunity. One last time, Colleen and Maria, what separates Waste Pro in the recycling and waste management industry that sets them above the rest, and why a job seeker would want to work for Waste Pro as opposed to another waste company?
Oh, good question. Waste Pro, well, the gentleman who started the company, he started in the waste business as a young man, working with his dad. And so he literally learned this business from the ground up, and he learned what works and what doesn't work. And his primary goal, as he has built this company and has grown it throughout this state and 8 other states, is to maintain that individuality within the communities in which he has started his divisions or acquired other divisions. Because it is important to maintain that community identity. Not every community needs the exact same service done in the exact same way. And he has definitely empowered his division leaders to customize their service, the products that they offer to the needs of that community. And it has proved to be extremely successful in being awarded contracts all over 9 states, because we work so closely with those community leaders to make sure that the communities themselves are getting the service that they need. I have worked in this business myself for 30 years. I come from the Northeast, worked for a major waste company in the Northeast, and I can tell you that it's that individual care for the community that does set this company apart. Our employees form relationships with their customers. We're regularly on Facebook showing how customers come out and thank our employees and provide for sometimes times for them small gifts and meals and things like that. So we truly want that personal connection. We're not just out there to, grab the trash and go. And our employees know this, and they are anxious to make those connections.
Awesome. I think we've been able to add value to our job seekers today. Is there any other questions for our Waste Pro representatives here today? We have just a couple more minutes. We do have to end right at 10:59 or earlier, but not too early, just in case we have some folks that want to join us. But Maria, maybe go over just one more time. I saw that you chatted receiving resumes, so people are using that email address. What's another good way to connect with you directly following this call?
Sorry, had to unmute. So aside from my email, they can also call my direct line. It is 239-935-0040. I did put it in the chat, but I can be reached there. And then, assist anyone if they want to make sure their application went through, or they can't find it, or they want to follow up, anything like that, I will be able to assist them.
Awesome. We really appreciate that. And we really appreciate you folks coming on the call, listening to Waste Pro, what they have to offer for open positions, company culture, what separates them and puts them above the rest. Thank you, Colleen, for that. We are excited. Thank you, Neil, for being on. And thank you also, Cindy, for being my backup. You're amazing. And also Janet from CareerSource. Next steps for you as a job seeker, just keep in mind that today we have many different employer sessions going on. So if you are still available and would like to hear from more employers, you can certainly do that. Just visit our Facebook page or our website. And if you go to bettertogetherus.org, you will see an opportunity for you to click on the virtual job fair, and it will list for the rest of the day the grid of employers and time slots available for you to interact. Each of the sessions will be very similar to this, and it will allow for you to introduce yourself and interact with our employers using the chat function. And also, if you want to ask that question directly, our Better Together host would unmute you to allow you to do that. But without dragging it out, I just want to say once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Colleen and Maria. Amazing job giving that overview and also providing the next steps. We really want to help our job seekers get to that next level with you folks and fill those open positions. Again, thank you, Neil, Cindy, and Janet as our partners for being on the call, and all of you at home. Thank you for joining us. You'll be able to access this recording post-fair. Probably will be available by the end of the day or tomorrow, so you can reference it. And if you have any other questions, certainly send those using the chat as Maria has put in her email address. Use that email address to follow up with Waste Pro. All right, so that's it from Better Together. And Waste Pro, thank you so much for being with us. And we do look forward to hearing the stories of you getting hired. And yes, thank you, Chris, waving. You guys are amazing. It was great to see you. And thank you for asking those questions. It really made it for a rich discussion. All right, so I'll give you a few seconds and we will close our session down.
Thank you very much. It was a real pleasure.
Excellent.